I shall guide you to glory.
Indeed she did. At barely 19 years old, she had more glory than even the king himself. Hello and welcome to ShadowLore, a series where we take your favorite Shadowverse cards and strip them naked of their secrets. Today at the bar is no other than the Maid of Orleans herself, Jeanne d'Arc. And of course we can't talk about her without talking about the Angel of Hatred, Dark Jeanne. Now then, Jeanne wasn't always this big important figure of France. In fact, she was born in the small village of Domremy in the northeast France on 6 January 1412. Her parents Jacques d'Arc and Isabelle Romé were just simple peasants. They lived a rather isolated life, and despite being surrounded by pro-Burgundian lands, they still remained loyal to the French crown. At the age of 13, while in her father's garden, she started having vision where she saw Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, and Saint Margaret, who had told her to drive out the English and bring the Dauphin to Reims for his coronation. She said she cried when they left, as they were so beautiful. And hey, if they were anything like anime shows us angels and a particular devil, I would cry too, if you know what I mean. At the age of 16, she asked a relative named Durad Lassois to take her to the nearby town of Vaucouleurs. Once there, she immediately made a formal request towards the garrison commander, Robert de Baudecourt, for an armed escort to take her to the French royal court at Chinon, which he refused to grant. After a few months in January, she returned, and after proving that her predictions were legit by predicting a military reversal at the Battle of Rovery near Orleans several days before messengers arrived to report it, she was granted the escort and audience at the court. After arriving at the court and making a huge impression on Charles VII, she received approval to travel with the army and wear armor at only 17, but she had to depend on the armor and weaponry donated to her. Upon her arrival at Orleans on the 4th May, she attacked and captured the fortress of Saint-Loup, followed by Saint-Jean-le-Blanc on the 5th, which was found deserted. On the morning of 7th May, she attacked the main English stronghold called Les Tourelles, and by the next day, she had freed Orleans, which is what earned her later the name of the Maid of Orleans. On the 23rd of May, 1430, while attempting to attack the Burgundian camp at Margny, north of Combigny, she was ambushed and captured. She was imprisoned at the Bourgeois castle. During her time there, she had made tons of attempts to escape, including one time when she jumped from her 70-feet tower, landing on soft earth of a dry moat. Ouch! I don't care how soft that earth was, falling from that height must hurt like a bitch. She was eventually moved into the custody of Bishop Pierre Couchon of Bienville after they negotiated for her transfer to him and a payment of 10,000 livres. The English moved her once again to the city of Rouen, which served as their headquarters in France, where she was accused of heresy on 9 January 1431 and found guilty of it on 30 May 1431. As the preparations for her executions were being made, she asked for a cross, which an English soldier made out of twigs and gave it to her. At barely 19 years old, she died praying to God. Now as for Dark Jeanne, I will be getting into some spoilers, So if you haven't seen Rage of Bahamut, I suggest you go watch it and then come back. I'll be waiting here, trust me. Dark Jeanne was born during Jeanne's execution, but instead of being by the English, it was by the coward dumb king that she served. As the flames were burning, she was feeling confused on why she was betrayed by everyone.
最高神ゼウスを再び現世させるためのよりしろ。目的の成就を果たせれば人間など無価値な存在。違う、人は神を。
ジャンヌ、神は人間など愛してはいないのです。
邪魔者は消えた。
Among those killed were Gabriel and Michael. The end of Dark Jeanne was due to a duck.
I'm no mere duck.
Oops, sorry. It was due to the mighty Hamsa. So remember, if Dark Jeanne is giving you trouble, just drop Hamsa and she's done for. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been ShadowLore. Drop a like if you like it, subscribe, and feel free to leave your suggestions in the comments below on who do you want to see next. Until then, I'll bid you adieu.